Hello and welcome as we have a look at the upcoming RTS title Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. The original Homeworld games are widely considered RTS classics, and there is a whole new Homeworld game coming out next week on the 20th of January. The original Homeworld, with its zero-G topsy-turvy gameplay, pitted you against unrelenting swarms of enemy ships in the infinite vacuum of space. This time, however, gameplay takes place on the ground. Deserts of Kharak's basic gameplay will be familiar to Homeworld players, a grounded mothership acting as a hub for vehicles, upgrades and mineral processing. Smaller units with varying rock, paper, scissors specialities act as offense, defense, scouts and so on. Missions offer up some kind of variety, whether defending a mobile story character as they investigate a familiar shipwreck or navigating a dangerous sandstorm while enemies attack you on the flanks. The environments are reported to be massive, and use of a tactical overhead camera is absolutely necessary.
The Sensors Manager is kind of the Homeworld solution to the minimap. Players at any point can hit the spacebar and jump out and see the entirety of the terrain. You can see here it's coming online. And it's fully interactive. It's not a 2D plane. You can camera. You can zoom in, you can zoom out.
Dunes, tower-like mountains and canyons split the map into a maze of choke points. Zoom out far enough and it looks a bit like Google Earth. Click on a unit to move it, and a circle forms beneath it to show distances in 360 degrees. In Kharak, this circle displays a ton of information about terrain advantage and disadvantage.
One other thing I want to point out here that's going on is you can see that these guys are kind of moving and articulating across the terrain, and that's not just a visual treatment, though the visual treatment is really cool. They actually provides quite a bit of gameplay, so you can see these guys, they have these red lines to their targets, and as they hit things that block their line of sight, that line of sight gets broken. So I can really use these dunes to maneuver around and bounce around terrain. If I'm advancing on a long-range enemy, I can use dunes to kind of cover me. Also, if I'm on a dune, or if I have height advantage on my opponent, that gains me a substantial advantage as well. So the terrain really manifests as kind of a key environmental component.
As you move your mouse further from the unit, the circle grows, it reveals lines that determine changes in elevation. If the highlighted space is orange, then moving your unit there will provide a disadvantage. Blue, well, that's advantageous terrain. Move a unit there for a damage buff and an ego boost. If you're planning an attack move, red lines between the selected unit and designated attack area communicate lines of fire. A solid red line means you have a clear shot, while a dotted line means the shot is obstructed. It's a ton of information displayed in an elegant way, and it's vital for the accessibility needed in an RTS. With a few clicks, the player can easily see some of the most important information in the game. From what I've seen from the small amount of content available is how gorgeous it all looks, even having an option to bind a key to remove and reappear the HUD. The vehicles seem to look decent and behave according to their physics, like conceivable machines rather than abstract polygonal toys. Homeworld Deserts of Kharak is looking really nice. Unanswered questions are whether the desert environment are varied enough and interesting enough to be worth the departure from space. Is the story actually any good? And what about the multiplayer? There's absolutely no information about that as yet. Luckily, I will be answering these questions starting on release day, January the 20th. So be sure to let me know your thoughts on the game below, give this video a like and subscribe for Homeworld Deserts of Kharak content. I'm Bubblebox, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.